go, there are places with fences, ramps, rails, walkways, doors, or locks that help to keep children safe. Wherever I go, there is safety equipment that helps to keep children safe. Things like helmets, life jackets, or seat belts. Wherever I go, there are signs to help keep children safe. Wherever I go, there are laws to keep children safe. That's one reason why children wear seatbelts in a car. Wherever I go, there are rules to help keep children safe. When I am at school, my class forms a line to walk safely from one place to another. Wherever I go, there are people that help to keep children safe. Parents and grandparents, crossing guards, teachers, police officers, and firefighters all work to keep me safe. Wherever I go, there are signs, equipment, laws, rules, and people working to keep children safe. Wherever I go, there's one more person who may help to keep me safe. He will always be with me every second of my whole life. That person is me. So you can kind of see the progression here. Initially, it talks about wherever you go, there is someone or something or someone to help keep children safe. So that shows right away that the goal of this social story is an emphasis on safety. And then it lays out what are all the ways to keep somebody safe, keep a child safe. And so this would help the student to understand that there are certain things. In the case of this student, there is a rule about not jumping on benches that is in place to keep him or her safe. And so again, notice it does not specifically direct a student that they should do something. It simply lays out why there are all these rules in place, and it's to keep the students safe. That's why rules exist in this setting, and that's what the goal is, to have the student understand why those are in place. And then at the end, it concludes by wrapping it all up by showing that the person who is also in control of being safe is the student himself. And so the goal of this would be for the student to understand the importance of safety and all of the different ways that all of the different things that are in place to help keep him safe, including the rules about not jumping on benches on the playground. And so this is just a quick example of what a social story can look like. And so ideally, this social story would be read to the student prior to going out to recess, so it will be fresh in his mind before he goes out there. Okay, so jumping to the next, the research. So there was a meta-analysis of studies looking at the effectiveness of social stories, and it found low to questionable results. So not super encouraging for the overall effectiveness of social stories. However, social stories were found to be more effective when addressing inappropriate behaviors as opposed to teaching social skills. Again, inappropriate behaviors such as not following rules on the playground, jumping on benches, things like that, specific behaviors as opposed to teaching social skills and interactions. Studies have also shown that the effectiveness of social stories on an individual basis is wide-ranging. For some students, it's highly effective, and it can be a really good strategy. For other students, there is not an impact at all. It doesn't necessarily have a negative impact. It just doesn't really change a behavior much for some students. So that's why it's important, as you're going through and implementing the social story intervention, that you're tracking data to see if it's allowing the student to grow and if it's being effective. Because if it's not, you may need to change course and try a different intervention. But there is a possibility that it's highly effective, and the only way you'll know that is if you collect the data. Another note from the research, as you saw in the social story